What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story that sounds like it's straight out of a movie, but it happened right over the skies of El Paso, Texas. On the evening of January 22nd, air traffic controllers at El Paso International Airport suddenly found themselves in a high-stakes situation. A series of mysterious laser strikes were being reported by pilots, including one from an American Airlines flight. Now, laser strikes on aircraft are incredibly dangerous. They can blind pilots, damage their vision permanently, and create chaos in the cockpit during critical phases of flight, like takeoff and landing. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, takes this stuff extremely seriously. So when these reports started flooding in, the control tower had to act fast. They scrambled to figure out where the lasers were coming from, leading to a massive disruption. For nearly an hour, the airspace was in a state of confusion. Planes were held on the ground, and incoming flights were put into holding patterns, circling the airport, burning fuel and waiting for the all-clear. Can you imagine being a passenger on one of those flights, just circling endlessly with no idea what's going on? It was a major headache for the airlines, and, of course, for everyone on board. Here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. The source of these dangerous laser beams wasn't some reckless individual on the ground. It was actually coming from Fort Bliss, the massive army post right next to El Paso. But this wasn't an intentional act of aggression or a mistake by a soldier. The lasers were part of a sophisticated military training exercise. The military was using advanced equipment that simulates combat scenarios, and these lasers were a key part of that system. The problem was a breakdown in communication. Apparently, the proper notifications that are supposed to happen between the military and civilian air traffic control didn't go through correctly. The FAA controllers were caught completely off guard, thinking they were dealing with a malicious attack on their aircraft. This incident highlights a critical vulnerability in how military and civilian airspace sometimes overlap. While these training exercises are vital for our armed forces, ensuring seamless communication with civilian aviation authorities is just as important to prevent this kind of chaos and potential danger. In the end, once the source was identified, operations at El Paso Airport returned to normal. No one was hurt and no aircraft were damaged, which is the most important thing. But it served as a serious wake-up call for both the FAA and the military to tighten up their coordination protocols. What do you think? Was this a simple mistake or a serious oversight? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.